What is scientific method? There are thousands of meanings that we can see if we browse the internet, but here we provided a simple explanation about it. It is an experimental procedure that is conducted in order to investigate data and provide answer to questions. Simple as may look when reading it, it requires 5 major steps in order to fulfill and properly administer it.
However, what are these 5 steps? How does it work? How can it be applied?
The 5 steps of the scientific method.
Step 1. Define a question to investigate.
In this step, we require a question that we will be eager to work out an answer for. This is the main and crucial goal not only for the step, but for the whole scientific method as well. This is because scientists make observations and gather data while they carry out their research. That is why, in short, this is the root and driving force of scientific method. They frequently wonder why something is the way that is. They formulate questions as the result of their own observation based on their surroundings. To advance their research, scientists look for answers to these matters. Once a good research question has been identified, scientists start composing possible solutions or answers.
Step 2. Make predictions.
2. Make predictions. Hypothesis. This is the main goal of this step. The hypothesis that a scientist develop is frequently based on their observation and investigation. A hypothesis is a potential response to a question. The question you formulated on the first step. It can be based on one's own observation, existing theories, articles in literatures, and information they gather from other sources. It is used in order to make a testable claim or prediction about what the result of the study will be. Thus, they employ hypotheses. Regarding the question, why do people adopt cats? Hypothesis, maybe they adopt cats to reduce their stress. Here we can compose many predictions that the participants may answer to support the hypothesis. Number 1, cat owners adopt cats because of their appearance. Number 2, cat owners adopt cats because they want company to reduce their stress, loneliness, and anxiety. Number 3, cat owners adopt cats because they want to relate with their friends who are cat owners too, and so on. Now that there are some predictions that we need to test by using the next step, which is
Step 3. Gather data.
Step 3. Gather data. Evidence. Because we need a question to answer and we came up with a hypothesis, we need evidence to test or determine our predictions. There are numerous methods for gathering information or proof. Scientists can collect their data through making observations of the environment, conducting laboratory experiments, using computer models, and such. We can also use interviews, surveys, and questionnaires to obtain data. We can then use a mechanism and compile our acquired data. However, we should ensure that the process may be used again so that the other researchers can assess their own findings. A short recap. So our question again is, why do people adopt cats? And we already have a hypothesis. So here, we conducted very short virtual interviews in order to determine the answer for this question.
I adopted my cats because they accompany me and they keep me busy from having loneliness, stress, and anxiety.
I adopted a cat because I want some company.
The reason why I adopt cats is because they keep me company and reduces my stress and anxiety.
I adopt cats because I want company to reduce stress, loneliness, and anxiety.
I adopted my cats because they can reduce my stress, loneliness, and anxiety.
The reason why I adopt cat is because of their cute and small appearance.
The main reason why I adopted my cat is because he keeps me company and he reduces my stress.
So as per me naman, the main reason why I adopted cats, it is because they helps me to reduce my stress, loneliness, and anxiety.
The main reason why I adopted my cats is because they keep our house pest-free.
Step 4. Analyze the data.
We now have our data gathered. All we need to do now is organize and analyze it. In this step, we organize our collected data in tables, graphs, or diagrams to properly interpret its result. We choose a pie chart to represent the result of our interviews. In our study, it shows that 80% of our participants answered that they adopt cats because they want company to reduce their stress, loneliness, and anxiety. 10% stated that they adopt cats because of their cute appearance, while there is only 10% that responded with a choice which is not in our predictions, stating that they adopt cats because it keeps their home pest-free. Take note that in this step, we can also insert relevant data from other sources, as it can be used to seek for patterns that may reveal connections and relationships between their hypothesis variables. Last but not the least, we have step 5.
Step 5. Draw conclusions.
We have the result of our gathered data. With this, we can decide whether our predictions were accurate and if they came true, whether our evidence was able to support our hypothesis or not. Take note that if the outcomes are unclear, we must reevaluate our approach. Scientists put up their discoveries and outcomes for sharing with others if the results are unclear.
We also have to present our results and analyze whether our predictions and hypotheses came true. It shows that prediction number 2 was answered by the majority of our participants compared to prediction number 1 and number 3. While there's only one who answered choice that was not in our prediction, this signifies that our prediction were able to support our hypothesis, which is people adopt cats to reduce their stress, while this hypothesis is also accepted as it was proven true by the interview's result. Therefore, we conclude that people adopt cats to reduce their stress.
Now that we have demonstrated the scientific method, are we now able to answer your questions earlier? Take note, not all scientists follow the same exact scientific method. It may vary according to the study that the scientist needs to investigate. Let us always remember that asking questions is not a sign of vacuity. Thus, it is a sign of perspicacity. We are Group 2 and thank you for watching.